when you start a YouTube channel, the algorithm might more treat you. You would think YouTube hates you whatsoever, but it could be your own fault because you might have not set up your channel very well. So if you don't set your channel up very well, YouTube is not going to recognize you. The algorithm is not going to mind you. Now, this video is going to teach you how to set up your channel from day one so that YouTube algorithm would know what you do on the channel and they will start recommending your videos. They will know what you do so that they direct your videos to those who need them. Now, if you want to know how to set up your channel from day one, then watch this video to the very end and you are going to know how to do it. I am Seben. I teach here how to make it on YouTube, how to get subscriber views, and a whole lot of things. This is my new channel. With my experience that I've gained on YouTube over the years, I started this new channel to teach this on YouTube. If you are interested, join me here by subscribing so that you get notified when my subsequent contents are uploaded. Let's get straight into it. So buddies, let's get to know everything that it takes. So every YouTuber needs to get the YouTube Studio app. Yes, but before you get the YouTube Studio app, please make sure you saved the YouTube Studio site on your phone before you get the YouTube Studio app, because the site gives you more features than the app. And let me teach you how you're going to save the site. So for you to save the YouTube Studio site, you come here to Google, then simply YouTube Studio. You see, once you tap on it, if you download the app first, the moment you tap on it, it is taking you straight to the app. That's why you need to save the site first. You see, it has come to the app. So first of all, you need to save the site. Let me go to the site and teach you. Once you get to the site, these three dots appear. You tap on it, then you come down here, add to home screen. You tap on add to home screen, then you add. So once you add it, it will come to your home screen. So anytime you want to go to the studio site, you just hit on it, then you go. After saving the studio site, then you go to the Play Store or the App Store to download the studio app. That's how you go about it. So make sure you save the site first before the app. Now, once you start a YouTube channel, just assume that you know whatever you want to do there. That's your niche. Maybe you are going to talk about how to make money online. Maybe you are going to talk about YouTube growth, or you are going to talk about, maybe you are going to give cooking tutorials, so you know your niche already. Now let us get set with some settings that are very necessary. So come down here and hit on settings. As a beginner YouTuber, these are some of the settings that you need to know. So channel, so you have your basic info. You see, country of residence, United States, in order to get some viewers from the United States. So I've made it United States. Now when you come here, we have keywords. Okay, so these keywords, they give YouTube a hint of whatever you do on your channel. So since this channel is about YouTube growth, these are some of the keywords that I have here. 4K watch hours, 1000 subscribers, 1K subscribers, get more views, blah blah blah. So I have everything concerning YouTube growth. This gives the algorithm a hint. So YouTube is going to know that these are the content that I am uploading, or I create on this particular channel, so that it will align my content with the necessary viewers, or those who are likely viewers. Now, one thing that you should do is these keywords, you go to YouTube, then you search for channels that are your competitors. When I talk about your competitors, I mean channels that create the same content as you do. So let's go to YouTube. You can intentionally search. Maybe you are a food content creator, so you can intentionally search how to prepare cake. Then you keep scrolling through, you see a channel, you search for a channel that has more views. So this one has 14 million views, the cooking foodie, 14 million. Then you got to know that this is a very huge channel. It has 3.25 million subscribers. You see, so you go to the description of the channel. You see, hello, welcome to my channel. I am the cooking foodie, and here you can find my different recipes, healthy recipes, dessert, dinner, lunch, blah blah blah. So the words here, there are some keywords here: healthy recipes, dessert, dinner, lunch, breakfast, blah blah blah. These are keywords here. So you copy the keywords, or you just read them, then you come here, then you come and type them here. You see, cooking recipe, healthy recipe, blah blah blah. You come and type them here. You go to another channel that is also bigger than you, your competitor which is bigger than you, then you come and type them here. After that, the same competitors, this one is called cooking recipe, and there is one food content creator I also know, which is Sweet Ajeli. So the food content creators, or the content creators in your niche, your competitors, you can also add their names in your keywords so that your videos will be suggested to the viewers of this particular channel. So some of my competitors who are doing better than I am doing, some are TubeBuddy, Ben Did It, Glory C, George Alexander, Virginia Kerr, Marcus Jones, Dan the Creator, Felix AI, Princess Chiamaka, and vidIQ. So these are channels that are doing better than me. So with this, my videos will be suggested to their viewers as well. So anyone who searches anything that is in my keyword is potentially going to get my videos to watch. Now let's go to advanced settings. Okay, here too are the advanced settings. So there's one question here: do you want to set your channel as made for kids? Made for kids channel are those who produce kids videos and kids stuffs. So since yours is not something like that, you come to no, this channel is not made for kids. I almost never upload content that's made for kids. Hey, come on, where are you going? And if you put it at I want to review this setting for every video you upload, they are going to ask you. So put it at no, so that you wouldn't need to work on it again. Automatic captions, you put it on. Allow automatic dubbing. You need to allow automatic dubbing, because I talked about automatic dubbing in one of my videos that I'm going to put at the description. Automatic dubbing allows people of different background who may not understand or speak your language. It allows them to watch your video and understand or hear their own language as you are speaking your language. So let's say I am speaking English, someone is in Afghanistan or Pakistan, let's say Pakistan, who doesn't understand my language or doesn't understand English. That person is going to hear everything that I'm speaking in that person's own language. That's what automatic dubbing does. So you put it on. Now, allowing viewers to clip your content means you allow remixing of your content, and it helps you to get connected with many other creators, and it also introduces your content to many other people. Then you let YouTube enhance your visual quality, you let YouTube enhance audio quality as well. Now we are moving to feature eligibility. Now these feature eligibility: standard features, intermediate features, and advanced features. Make sure they are all enabled. So if any of them is not enabled, make sure you go through the necessary procedures to get them all enabled. Now let's come here, upload defaults. So these are the default settings that you are making, that any video that you are going to upload, they would be there. So title, I don't think it's necessary to choose a default title and a default description, because almost every video you produce would have a different title and a different description. But sometimes there are certain tags or certain statements that you would need in your descriptions, which may be default, so you can add it there. Now your settings, put it as private. Your visibility, put it as private, because whenever you upload a video, YouTube will have to analyze the video and conclude that this video has a copyrighted item in it, so they will give it a copyright claim. If your video is on private, you wouldn't get a strike. They will just tell you that there's a copyrighted item in it, then you take an action, whether you take the video down or you take that particular copyrighted part from it, then you upload the video. But if you put it as public and there's a copyrighted item in it, your video is going to be taken down, your channel is going to get a strike, 3-month strike or 90 days strike. And if you are to get these strikes 3 times in the 90 days, your channel will be taken down forever. That's it. Now these are also default tags. So whatever you are doing on your channel, give it default tags. This is one thing different from the keywords. The keywords, another section itself, and here is also another section. So your keywords and your tags could be the same thing. What the tags are is that every video that you upload, should have its tags. So let's say your video is talking about how to get subscribers on YouTube. So you must add tags that are talking about everything in that video, or important keywords in that video must come into your tag. But since this channel is for YouTube growth, everything that I talk about on this channel is here. So every video that I post, these are the tags, and I've even added my competitors who are doing better than me. So anytime anyone searches for anything and that particular thing is found in my tags, then a particular video on my channel is going to be suggested to that particular person. So make sure you add tags. So if you are a cooking channel, go to those who are cooking, go and find better tags, and ChatGPT and also Gemini can help you do this. You just go and type, I am a so and so content creator. Maybe I am a YouTube growth content creator. I am a food content creator. It seems I'm mentioning food so much. Is it because I like food? That was just by the way. I am so and so content creator. Please give me tags. It can give you about 50, 100 or so ever tags. Mind you, you have to give up to 500 words. So that is it. Now, this is basic. Let's go to advanced settings. Let's come here, how to install. So this is the category of content that you are creating. So it's either you are dealing with autos and vehicles. So if you are a car or like machines like that content creator, then auto and vehicle. If you're a comic content creator, education, entertainment, whatever you are, then you select it so that YouTube gets to know whatever you are doing on your channel. So if you haven't done this, then you need to do it so quickly. Now the language is English language, so let's move. Make sure the license, you choose standard YouTube license. Okay, now let's come here. This is with comments. If someone makes a comment, how it should be treated, and maybe a harsh comment, how it should be treated. None means whatever comment any person makes will come on your channel with no restriction. Basic means hold potentially inappropriate comments. Straight means hold a broader range of potentially inappropriate comments. Hold all means hold all comments. You see, so if anyone makes any potentially inappropriate comment, YouTube is going to deal with that person by maybe removing the comment. So you need to do all these settings. So these are some basic settings that you need to do as a beginner on YouTube. Thanks for watching. I hope you have really learned something today. Let me know what you learned at the comment section. Let me also know what you had wanted to hear or see but you did not hear or see, so that in my next video I'm going to address it there. There are more other videos on this channel too. I have a playlist that's going to teach you a whole lot of things as a beginner YouTuber. Check the playlist out. Let's meet some other time. I'm Seben.